past episodes of Architecture Minute, we reviewed iconic buildings in Washington, D.C. The Capitol Building, the White House, the Lincoln Memorial. One of the most beautiful monuments in Washington is the Jefferson Memorial. I'm Michael Knorr. Today we take a close look at the National Monument to Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson is, without question, one of the most important figures in the history of American democracy. He was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. He was the first Secretary of State. He served as Vice President under John Adams. He became our third president in 1801 and expanded the United States with the Louisiana Purchase. The Jefferson Memorial is a reminder of these achievements. First, let's get oriented. In Washington, the National Mall is the central locus of our government with iconic buildings of our democracy. At the east end is the Capitol Building. Near the center is the White House. Those are two of our three co-equal branches of government. One might expect that the third branch, the Supreme Court, would be on the mall in a position of equal importance. But no, the Supreme Court actually sits somewhat hidden behind the Capitol. An unexpected oversight of planning, in my opinion. We also honor on the mall important individuals in American history. South of the White House is the Washington Monument dedicated to our first president. The Lincoln Memorial dominates the west end of the mall, terminating a long view from the Capitol. But where is the Jefferson Memorial? Curiously, it is sited off the mall, surrounded by highways and tidal waters. It is enough off the beaten path that most visitors to Washington don't spend the effort it takes to reach it. Be that as it may, the Jefferson Memorial sits on a beautiful site, making it one of the most sublime monuments in all of Washington. That may be partially due to Jefferson himself. Besides his significant contributions to American democracy, he was also a practicing architect. Jefferson designed his own home, Monticello. He also designed the Virginia State Capitol and the Rotunda at the University of Virginia. These works by Jefferson had an obvious influence on the design of his memorial. The memorial, built between 1939 and 1943, was designed by John Russell Pope. Besides drawing from Jefferson's examples, he borrowed from the same classical traditions that inspired Jefferson. The open-air structure includes a continuous circular colonnade of Ionic columns. The main entrance portico is a direct borrow from both the ancient Pantheon in Rome and Jefferson's design for the University of Virginia. Centered under the dome is a bronze statue of Jefferson, surrounded by engraved excerpts from Jefferson's writings on religious freedom, slavery, and the Constitution. These Jeffersonian ideals serve as a reminder of how far we have strayed from basic principles of democracy and what we need to do to become a more perfect union. The memorial intentionally creates a direct line of sight across the tidal basin to the White House and the Washington Monument. This is the same line of sight that was debased by the imposition of a makeshift fighting arena in June of 2026. John Russell Pope was a master of neoclassical architecture. The Jefferson Memorial may be his greatest achievement and serves as a reminder of the highest ideals of American democracy.